Hello everyone and welcome to Seven Sacred Sisters. I'm Sarah and today I'm doing an intuitive tarot card reading for each of the zodiac signs for the middle of March 2021. Please keep in mind that these are general readings, so not all of the messages will resonate with everyone. If the message resonates, claim it without a doubt, and if it doesn't, I highly recommend that you A, leave it for someone else, and B, check out some of the other readings that apply to your chart, like your rising sign, your moon sign, your Venus sign, and possibly your North Node placement. I'm just going to take a moment now to play the singing bowl to clear the space so that we get the best energies for the readings today. So if you'd like to stay and listen to that, I will be doing that now. However, if you would like to skip ahead, please check out the description box below. There will be timestamps for when you can get into your reading. Hello Taurus, and welcome to your reading. I hope that you are all doing well. I have pre-shuffled your cards, but I'm just going to shuffle a few times more for good measure. Spirit, what are the messages for Taurus? March 2021. Spirit. What are the messages for Taurus? Cut the deck. Taurus. What are the messages for Taurus, please, Spirit? The Magician. That's crossing Taurus. What's the challenge? What's the challenge for Taurus? Nine of Swords. Underlying energy, the Four of Pentacles. Recent past. What's in the recent past for Taurus? Three of Cups. It's crowning energy. What's the crowning energy for Taurus? Crowning energy for Taurus. Crowning energy for Taurus. We have the Moon and the Queen of Cups. How is Taurus seeing themselves, or how are others seeing them? How are we seeing Taurus? Middle of March. How are we seeing Taurus, Spirit? Spirit, how are we seeing Taurus? It's too many cards. How are we seeing Taurus? There we go. Two of Cups. So interesting. Aries got this exact card in this placement, but none of these other cards, so interesting. In your field, we have the Ten of Wands. What's the action or advice for Taurus? Action or advice for Taurus? Releasing attachment. Possibly to do with the King of Pentacles. These two came out together. What is... I'm going to say the possible outcome. What's the possible outcome? Ooh, sorry about that. You have the Wheel of Fortune. Also very interesting. This came up in this position for Aries as well. First card out, in fact. Okay. I'm going to get another card for this Wheel of Fortune. What's this Wheel of Fortune about? One more card for the Wheel of Fortune. Possible outcome, please, for Taurus. Okay. The Hierophant. And the Six of Swords. The Hierophant and the Six of Swords. A lot of cards wanted to come out then. Just flew out of my hands. All right. Bottom of the deck, we have the King of Swords, the Empress, and the Queen of Swords. So I'm guessing that there's going to be a requirement for discernment here in what it is that you're creating in the mid-month, the middle of March. Okay, so at the core of your reading here, we have the Magician. Magician is all about starting on the major arcana journey. You've taken the first step towards the major arcana journey. You have all the tools in your disposal to manifest and create what it is you want to. But I'm getting the impression here with the Nine of Swords in the challenging position that there's a heaviness, there's a responsibility, that a mental processing perhaps even that you're going through of becoming more aware of how it is you're creating your reality possibly. Nine of Swords is sleepless nights, it's feeling trapped by your own thoughts, it's worry, stress, anxiety, tension, physical body aches and pains I'm getting. This could also be that there's something that you're needing to alchemize. There's something in your shadow that you need to address and release and transform the energy in order to create what it is that you want moving forward. So I'm not surprised that there is some reluctance to look at this, or perhaps this energy is that you have been looking at it and you know, there could be a bit of fear or concern about what that looks like in reality. What I'm kind of getting is that if you are aware that some of your thoughts or some of the mental processing that you've been going through, you know, there might be some fear that although you're observing it, that it might not be going away necessarily, or that not that it goes away, but that you won't be transforming it and releasing it, because awareness is the first step to being able to acknowledge, accept, release, and repeat. And it's not that you let it go as if you don't deny it. There's no more shoving it down. There's no more relegating it just to the shadow self. It's taking the energy that is there and acknowledging it and using it, transforming it and using it towards your highest good to create the reality that you seek. In the underlying position or the subconscious position, we have the Four of Pentacles. So the good news is, even with the Nine of Swords on top, it leads me to believe that still this work that you're doing in your subconscious, there's a desire for stability. There's a thoughtful consideration of how you want to create things in the 3D, how you want to earn money, what you want to invest your time and energy into, or your money. So not to worry that it's funny. You have the worry card, but it's I'm telling you not to worry that if you're looking at things that don't necessarily feel good, it's not going to get in the way of the stability you're trying to manifest for yourself. In the recent past, we have the Three of Cups. So this is about social gatherings. This is about having camaraderie, teamwork. If this is a work-related situation or a social gathering type of situation, so this could be friends, family members, work associates, they're sharing a cup of tea. So I'm getting that it's possible that maybe there are people who might be talking about you behind your back in the recent past and you found out about it, and it's making you overthink or concern how it is you're going to move forward. Maybe some of these people have come in and said kind of toxic, manipulative things that maybe you weren't even supposed to become aware of or hear about, and you did, and that's what's making you go through this phase of anxiety, stress, worry, maybe even some doubt here as well. You're going through a stage of mental processing. Yeah, because with the moon and your crowning energy, there's a bit of there's disillusionment, there's illusion, there's a veil, there's sometimes with the moon there can be fear, and certainly with the Nine of Swords in the way that it is here in the challenging position, it leads me to believe that you are worried that you're going to be putting your personal stability at risk because of thinking about what other people said, or letting your negative thoughts get the better of you. But this is also Scorpio energy, so you could be dealing with, a Cancer or Scorpio sign, or Pisces even. This also could be that you have strong water placements in your chart as well. I'm getting the advice here with the moon card, with all the music notes here in the card. There's an emphasis on your words creating your reality. And I think that's also influencing the fear, because with the Magician underneath, it's like you have all the tools you need to create your reality, but if the tool that you're yielding is causing you duress, if your thoughts are causing you duress, then there would be some concern about speaking duress into reality. And so there is a bit of a cautionary tale here for you, which is to say that, be mindful. But also with the Queen of Cups in the future position, I'm getting that this whole process is going to increase your psychic abilities. Your intuition is going to be dialed right up. I know I had just said about you having a strong water placement in your chart, but again, this is another confirmation that we could have Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. As I'm recording this, and for some of March, we're still in Pisces season. So this could just be being in the energy of Pisces season. I know I have some close family and friends who are Pisces, and sometimes you got to have a good cry. And I know that there's all sorts of people are experiencing this energy in different ways. I personally have always been a pretty big fan of Pisces season, except with the one exclusion that here in the Northern Hemisphere, we always have that back and forth between spring and then it being like frigid, cold winter back and forth. But, I guess that's what you get with the fish. It's kind of like a cyclical thing. So there's something here about balance, a need rather for there to be balance, probably a desire for there to be balance as well. And I see that that's coming in because on the outside, if this is how other people are seeing you, Two of Cups is a balanced card. It's two full cups, and it doesn't necessarily have to indicate two different people. It could be the divine giving you a full cup, the divine gift from God or spirit, or however you want to look at it for yourself. But it could, and so spirit's giving you a full cup and you're meeting spirit with a full cup. So if you've been waiting for some of your spiritual gifts to come online, it looks like towards the end of March here, that is going to be happening for you. There's going to be an integration. It's interesting as well that this card almost kind of looks like a yin and yang, like it has the water and the boat, and it's kind of, there's a balance even though they're displaced in the field of the card. So something to consider. A need for balance. If this is how other people are seeing you, they're not seeing what's going on in the background. They're not seeing that you're going through the mental processing. They might be seeing something that you're producing on the outside, or your relationship that you have. They might see all the ways that you're blessed in love, possibly. It could be also that these people who maybe spoke badly about you behind your back are jealous that you have this beautiful relationship with yourself or with somebody else. It's like you don't need them because you've got yourself, or you have your partner, or you have your relationship with spirit, which in my opinion, like all of those things, are better than some people maybe talking crap about you behind your back. But in the field, you have the 10 of Wands. So this really is indicating to me that there is there are burdens that you're carrying for somebody else energetically that aren't yours, and you need to let them go. And the reason I say that they're not yours is because this can be in your field. So this is, I'm getting that there is something in your energetic or emotional body, because you have all these cups, all this cups energy here. There's something in your emotional body that you are carrying that isn't yours. So if you're feeling this intense energy right now, it's recommended that you kind of tap into the feelings that you're feeling that are intense, and just kind of investigate, like, is this mine or is this somebody else's? Or is this, like, 10 is about completion. The 10 becomes the 1. So this is someone shouldering someone else's baggage. It's also like it comes after the 9, which is the wounded healer, or sorry, the wounded warrior. So maybe some of you are wounded healers, or maybe some of you are healers and you're not protecting your energy, or you have someone like this in your field who might be coming to you for guidance, possibly. But yeah, there's definitely someone around you, or if not, this is you carrying the burdens of someone else's junk, and you need to let it go. But the thing is if you don't understand why or where it's coming from, there's a pretty good likelihood that it's going to come up again. And so do the work, do the investigation. I'm hearing the right way, even though there isn't really a right way. It's do the investigation while it's, in your face kind of thing. Like do the inner work if you have the capacity to right now. Just, do your best, I suppose, right? So in the action or advice, you have the Devil, which is the Capricorn card. This card specifically indicates some type of attachment to something in the physical world. So this can also indicate addictions. This is also the Saturn in Capricorn card, and so we're moving out of Saturn moved out of Capricorn, I believe in December, but we are still going through, for many of us, still going through a process of releasing. And with the King of Pentacles on top as the advice, Saturn is the father planet. It's the father energy. So to have the King of Pentacles on top, I'm getting there's something about money here that needs to a belief about money, an attachment to an end result, an attachment to the old way, the old world, the old way of making money, because Capricorn is about rules and structure, and it's the 9-to-5 job. Monday to Friday 9 to 5 job, or maybe not even Monday to Friday, but it's the 40-hour work week commitment. There's an expectation here I'm getting with the King of Pentacles, and perhaps in the advice, what it means, what it's asking you to do, or what the advice it's giving is to work on releasing whatever attachment it is to what you've already created in the past, or also how you see yourself, because this is Taurus energy, right? This is Taurus, Leo, Capricorn. So again, this could be someone else in your field. Maybe there is somebody who really had a strong influence on the way that you think about money or any of these attachments. Like maybe you had a certain addiction or something emulated to you that's really oddly specific. Like I'm getting like maybe one of your parents smoked and then you took up smoking or something like that. But yeah, this could also just be beliefs. So it's the advice, any caged person is, of course, to regain their sovereignty. The advice would be to, remember that you're a sovereign being, that you're infinite and you control your reality, and that you can release yourself from this attachment. In the traditional devil card, it's two people having chains around their neck that they are loose enough that they can remove and walk away from. So, but I'm getting that there is some type of, there's something you have to, obviously there's something you have to release, but I'm getting like there's something you have to let go of. So I don't know if some of your identity is wrapped up in this attachment that you're trying to release. So that'll mean different things to different people, but there is a message here about like there is a shift in identity, or maybe you even have like Capricorn placements in your first or second house, maybe as well. So this could be just to even be aware of that, just to be aware of any addictions or certain behaviors or patterns that you have in the 3D that are keeping you trapped in an old world that is dying. In the possible outcome, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune it can spin in your favor, or it can spin not in your favor. But I think in this reading, you have or will be doing the work depending on where you are in your soul journey here. But I'm getting with the Nine of Swords in the challenging position, this is something that we're going to overcome. And with the Magician underneath, it's like you're going to overcome it, and then you're going to be able to hone your manifestation skills in the real world, in the 3D. So I would say that especially when you have the 3 of Cups in the recent past and the 10 of Wands in your field, and also this bit about attachment and like some of the like fear and illusion and things that are happening here, I would gather that you have done enough shadow work, like in the dark, like because the moon comes out at night, that you, and this is in your crowning position, so you are aware of what's in the shadows. And I think that the key here, because you already have the commitment to yourself or to spirit or someone that you love in your field that is going to help and support you, that if you can once and for all do away with these 10 of Wands, and maybe if you can't, but at least you can start the process, I think the Wheel of Fortune is going to be favorable for you, because with the 6 of Swords here, there's an indication of moving from rough waters to calm waters. This is a change. This could be a physical move. You could be moving to a new location, a new home, a new city, a new town. But there is some sort of leveling up. We have the Hierophant in the middle of the Wheel of Fortune and the 6 of Swords. So for me personally, this card in this deck is my Akashic Records card. I love this card. It's my favorite card. 2021 is also a 5 year in numerology, and the Hierophant is a 5. So the Hierophant is a teacher. they're a seer. There's wisdom and knowledge from the beyond that's coming into their field. If this is a possible outcome for you, it's that you're on the right path. That even if things have been tough, the Wheel of Fortune is going to spin and put you back in alignment with your highest timeline, if that's what you're truly desiring. This is also about a certain level of wisdom being attained. So, we're not exactly in Taurus season just yet, but we're getting there. So possibly this movement that we're going to see, I know this is supposed to be for the middle to end of March, but maybe you'll see in Taurus season, that's when you'll be able to, the Wheel of Fortune will finally spin in your favor, and that's when you'll be released from whatever karmic patterning this is, and be able to move forward on your soul's journey. This could also be an indication of a movement towards some type of spiritual work or spiritual path as well. With the Queen of Cups here and the Moon, and I think I said, did I say something about a wounded healer earlier as well? So it's something, maybe you have an interesting Chiron placement in your chart. Definitely something to go look at. Maybe you have Chiron and Pisces. Pisces is a very intuitive energy. They're very wise. They can be wise beyond their years. So I'm getting that if this is wounded healer energy, that there is a movement past some of these lessons that you're going to use and show how you were able to fill your cup, and take the cup from spirit and fill your own cup and be in love, in reciprocal love for yourself, or possibly even for somebody else. Maybe this is something you'll be teaching, or you're going through these trials currently, or have been going through them, so that you can successfully move beyond them and be able to teach that to other people as well. This also could indicate a marriage. Sometimes the Hierophant is seen as, it is a priest or priestess, but certainly there could be a marriage here with the Two of Cups as well. So I'm just going to clarify a few cards. I want to clarify this Three of Cups energy. Spirit, what's this Three of Cups energy about for Taurus? I don't like to dwell on the past too much, but yeah, Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold. Feeling left out in the cold and then talked about. This could also be about grief. This could also be about not feeling like you fit in. Because usually the five of Pentacles is considered like a poverty consciousness, but the people in the traditional card, they could go inside the church and get warm and probably get some food and healing if they wanted to. So what I'm getting is there's an element of you not wanting to be part of this crowd, whether that's family, your social circle, people at work. But I'm getting that this is more emotional it's more of an emotional, personal journey reading necessarily than it is about work. Yeah, because you could go inside. If this is a celebration, it's almost like you had the opportunity to go spend time with people that didn't treat you well if you wanted to, but you're choosing not to. And when you choose to cut people out of your life because they don't treat you well, there is a bit of grief and sadness that goes with this. This also could be some type of separation from a family, like maybe in the past you were divorced, and this is something you've been thinking about lately. There is a feeling of loss. Five of Pentacles feels like loss, so there's a feeling of not being enough. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. I love when the 5s and the 10s come out together like this, because it's almost like even the 10 is only ever half of as strong as it possibly could be, especially with the 5 of Pentacles. So 10 of Pentacles is about inheritance, it's DNA, it's lineage. You could see that there's ghosts, there's older folks, there's someone in the background that's clearly not actually there, and then there's the younger generation of children in the front. So there's an evolution with this card. So and when I say inheritance, it could be an inheritance that you received possibly because someone passed away, but really this feels more like a energetic baggage that feels very heavy and physical in the 3D. Like it feels like very heavy on you. It's burdensome that you maybe don't want to be with those people, but if you know in the back of your mind that it's not serving you the way it used to, literally, it's almost as if it's like you can attend the party, but the food will all be poison, or the conversation will all be poison, or you don't feel safe, and then it feels like you have these like sleepless nights afterwards that you have to process all the baggage for everyone else in your family who's not doing it. Oh, Taurus, my heart goes out to you. Okay, what else do we want to clarify here? Let's clarify the 4 of Pentacles, because 4 of Pentacles feels really nice and stable. It feels like grounded. It feels like opportunity. It feels like something coming to the surface that might be like better than you expected, especially if you are, especially if you've been in this 5 of Pentacles kind of energy. To clarify the 4 of Pentacles, I have the Tower in reverse. Now, these cards, to my knowledge, are all in the upright. I don't usually read reversals, but it seems like whatever the change is that maybe you were expecting, or that you think there will be, I'm wondering if maybe that will be averted, or something about it will be transforming. The other thing I really like about the Tower card is that the number's reduced to a 7, and the 7 is actually a very spiritual number. It's about the spiritual path. It's what do you call it? I can't think of it now. John Campbell's I want to call it like Journey of the Soul, but it's like the Fool's Journey essentially. It's the it's the wounded warrior. It's the it's the wounded healer. So yeah, so anyway, now that I'm ranting about that, the Tower is inverted here. And so it leads me to believe that the change that you were expecting in your subconscious is actually not going to be bad. I don't know, Taurus, if you were maybe expecting on like a... I'm getting that you were intuiting that something could be happening at the end of March or middle to end of March on a bigger stage that might be affecting you. What's this Tower about? What's this Tower about? One more for the Tower in the subconscious. In the unconscious, subconscious. What's this Tower about, please, Spirit? What's this reverse Tower about? Yeah, I have the Ace of Swords reversed. So there was a truth possibly that at one time was maybe true, or on one timeline I'm getting was possibly true, but it's in reverse. So it's not going to be necessarily the shadow side of the Tower that you expected. something about it, something about the illusion, something about it's almost as if the illusion seemed so real that it had to be true. There's a different perspective coming in. There's a different truth that it's almost like it's being blocked here with the moon. There's a truth that can't be revealed right now. Yeah, from your subconscious. Okay, so I guess we'll leave that alone. Okay. What else do we want to clarify? Let's just get one card for this 10 of... Ooh. Okay. Spirit says no. Spirit says no. And all the cards go on the ground. Okay. So on that note then, I'm going to pick you a Cosmic Guidance Oracle card or two. Taurus. Gratitude. Appreciate present blessings, Taurus. I feel like this Tower in reverse with the Ace of Swords in reverse is a blessing that in disguise you don't know. You won't know. Maybe you won't know. Or it's like this process, this mental process you're going through, you're lifting these ideas of these forceful, painful, maybe even ideas of tragedy or change or being out of control. So it says to be in gratitude, appreciate present blessings. When you can be in gratitude, you can bring more blessings into your life. And with the Wheel of Fortune here, I'm getting that it's it's achievable. Yeah, and love, allow it to pour in and out of you. Yeah, and you have the Two of Cups here, so that's perfect. Because really all gratitude is just being in love, being in the frequency of love, being able to open your heart and love yourself and others, even if it's difficult. Loving yourself when you can't love yourself is a big deal, because you're holding all of yourself that is whole. It's not separate. You are complete. And the last card here we have for you is trust. Faith in the power of the universe. I'll say, that Wheel of Fortune's coming in for you. And I feels like it feels like you dodged a bullet here with the Tower in reverse and the Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay, so I'm going to get you one more Oracle card because I got, I spoiled Aries, so they set the tone for us. This is the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck by Denise Lim. If you haven't already, check out my video. I did a flip through on this deck. These cards are so beautiful. I have diligence. Diligence. So there's something here about being diligent with your perspective. Seeing things from the bird's eye view. When you are able to remove yourself from a scenario and see that you are free and sovereign and infinite, that the inner heaviness of this 3D situation that you might be going through, it's serving you. It's on your life path for a reason. You're learning a lesson. You're the wounded healer. So be diligent with your thoughts, and be diligent with your own healing process, and trust. Trust and love yourself even when you can't. Trust the universe has your back, and that your higher self has got you. Wow, Taurus, what an awesome reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I look forward to the next time that we can be together, and until that now moment, take good care.